Welcome to Lit Happens, Saskatchewan's showcase of the literary talent of the province. We're in the Shaw studio today, and it's just very nice to be back home. And I'd like to welcome my guest, Xander Richards.
Hello, Wes. Thank you for having me on the show.
Xander!
Lovely to see you again.
It's great to see you. This is, I think, your third time on the show.
Second, actually.
Second time?
But we can forgive a small error.
No, that's okay. I think one time we got crazy and you interviewed me.
Well, actually, that's right, Kester, because we did the old swapperoo, didn't we? Yeah,
swapperoo.
Great fun.
Okay, so we're not going to talk about me today, though. We're going to talk about you and your new book that's just sort of emerging as we speak, the second in your Coast series. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's called Coast, A Test of Faith. The last one was Coast, An Act of Burial.
Yeah.
And it's a continuation of the same story arc. I've got 4 of them planned out.
Yeah.
And, you know, God willing, now I've broken the back with the second one, the series will go on. So this one's it's a bit more creepy than the last one.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more travel involved. But also, you know, there's some lighter moments in there as well, like I think is true of any good story. It's very international, this one. It doesn't touch the home countries as much. And what can I tell you? You have to read it, I guess. You have to read it and find out.
Well, your books are very fun.
Oh, well, thank you.
And adventurous. And sometimes how I feel when I'm reading them is like I'm watching a movie. Only it's on paper.
Well, that's very kind of you to say so, because that's exactly what I was
Yeah.
going for.
Yeah.
Because as I write, it's like a movie plays out in my head. And I love Hitchcock's quote, I'm just a man in the corner of the room with a camera.
Right.
And that's how I write, is if you've got interesting characters in difficult circumstances, all you have to do is write it out.
Yeah. I don't think anyone in Saskatchewan is really doing what you're doing. You're kind of like the James Patterson of the prairies.
Well, that's a very kind comparison, but you're right. I think I'm the only guy doing espionage.
Yes, and I think that makes you truly unique in your creativity. You're one of a kind.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. Now, this isn't just the only thing you do in the artistic world. You have quite a history behind you. Share just a little bit about that.
Well, it's mostly music, is what I've done ever since I was 16 years old, which is years now. But I packed in the recording game a few years ago when the book started to take off, and now I mostly do composing film scores for local movies and stuff like that, which I enjoy very much.
Yeah. Now, one thing that you do a lot of is your mentoring, and I just want to throw that out, that you should be commended for that.
Oh, thank you.
You've done a lot of volunteering at the media school at Evan Hardy. Maybe just tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's a lot of fun. It started off really just from the students coming around my work, the recording studio, and seeing what was going on there, and then they started to ask me to get involved in things like, you know, going over their scripts and stuff. But before long, I was acting and making music for them and doing all sorts of stuff, and I've had a real blast with that. That's been great fun, and I love investing in these young people's lives.
And I think as you're feeding their creativity, they're feeding yours.
Oh, undoubtedly. It's an absolute ball. I get such a buzz out of it.
Great. One thing I like about your writing now is your characters. Your character development is fabulous.
Well, thank you.
Your 3 spies in the book all have very distinct personalities that are very likable.
Oh, thank you. Have you ever noticed that they're named after American presidents?
No.
And I didn't even know that until I'd given them their names, Carter, McKinley, and Wilson.
Oh my goodness! I hadn't even noticed that.
No, it's just it was a pure accident.
Wow, that's almost like kismet, like some higher power.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right. Yeah. So your second book is just on the cusp of coming out.
Yes, I should have a printed copy in a week or two. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, and will there be an ebook version?
I don't know. I think ebooks, it's all down to marketing. As you know, you're probably finding yourself, because DRS is in ebook, isn't it?
Yes.
So I think, well, look, the printed copy flies out my hands. So I've got great faith in it, that people still like to hold a physical book in their hands. The ebook is done okay, but nowhere near as well as I'd like.
Yeah.
So I'm putting all my efforts into the printed copy first, and we'll think about an ebook later. I think it's important to cover all the media, and one day I hope to do audiobooks as well. But for right now, I'm concentrating on the printed ones, because they're selling really well.
Good, good. And you mentioned this is the second in the series is going to be 4.
Yes, a tetralogy or quadrilogy, if you prefer.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what does that make it? It's not a trilogy.
No, well, everybody does trilogies, don't they? So I thought, let's do a tetralogy. But in actual fact, that really works well with the story arc that I've sort of got planned way off into the future.
Nice. Okay, now I know we're running out of time, but I want to get out to the viewers. Where around the prairies can they find your book?
Well, the easiest way is to go to spynovels.org,
Nice.
which is my website, and you can find the first one there. Obviously, as soon as the second one becomes available, that will be up there as well. I'm not in many local bookstores at the moment, although we just got into Regina. That was quite good.
Good.
And that's
SAS Books and Collectibles?
well done. Yes, absolutely. Stuart's a very nice guy, and he's taken a whole bunch of them to sell, so that's great. So the website, Amazon, Kobo, Kindle, it's available for all those sort of things. The first one is. Second one, obviously, well, I'll get it into everywhere as and when I can. I will try to splatter bomb the prairies with it.
Yes. And speaking of splatter bombing,
Oh, no.
I just want to mention your truck, your vehicle.
Oh, yeah, the author bus.
The author bus, which sometimes has been known to chauffeur various Sask authors around the
Yeah,
planet.
we all seem to get to ride in my truck, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, it's quite fun.
Yes, and of course the Spy Novels website address is on the back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. I got when we were driving home from Regina the other day,
Yeah.
I got home to an email that said, "Hi, we just passed you on the motorway. Just wanted to say hello."
Really?
Yeah. How funny is that?
You're famous.
No, it's you, Wes. You're famous.
Well, no. Well, we'll talk about that another day.
Sure. When we do the swapperoo again.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Well, I know we're out of time, but I just want to reiterate that it is always I treasure my time talking to you.
Oh, you're very kind. You're very kind, and it's mutual. Trust me.
Great. And if all else fails, if viewers can't reach you on your website, I think probably Facebook, Twitter.
Yeah, I find Facebook very, very useful
Yeah.
for interacting with people. Just drop me a friendie or a message, say hi.
Yeah.
I love to interact with people. Great.
Great. And I also happen to know that you like feedback from your book.
Definitely.
Yes.
I always make a point of saying to people that I hope they love it, but even if they don't, to get in touch and tell me what they like, what they didn't like, because it all fuels the writing fire, doesn't it?
Yes.
It's very important.
So do they?
Oh, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I get a lot of, I think if people have a negative comment, they maybe don't send them that often, but I do get a lot of positives.
Good. Good. That's what I wanted to hear.
Well, it's encouraging.
Yeah. Okay, I know we're out of time, but
Yeah.
we'll definitely get you back on.
Well, thanks, Wes.
Yes. That's all the time we have today for Lit Happens. If you enjoyed today's episode, you can see previous segments on Shaw TV or on my website, wesfunk.ca. And you can connect with me online on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So I'll see you next time on Lit Happens.